What's up guys, Julian here. Today I'm back with the tutorials and I'm going to be showing you how to make melodic hard rave techno basses, leads, and pads. I've got some synths pulled up here. I'm going to be going from scratch. To go along with this video, I've just dropped a new sample pack called Powerful Melodic Rave Techno Constructions Volume 4. The link is right in the top of the description. It's a really great way to support me if you guys enjoyed these videos. This is a new sample pack where I've got, you can see these melodic constructions. You get a lead, the bass, the pad, basically everything you need that isn't the drums to make this style of a track. And then you have the full loop of everything as well as the individual layers. See, pretty solid. And then yeah, you got like the layers plus the MIDI for each of these, plus the Ableton file for each of these as well. So you really have everything you need to just go and drop these into your track and start building stuff around these. On top of this, I've also included these demo track projects. You heard these in the intro. So these are basically full entire, yeah, you can see just nice, super hard-hitting, punchy tracks in the style. So you can hear everything's super solid. I'll also play you some of the loops. And on top of all this, you get the demo track project files as well as some bonus kick loops and these bonus rave loops as well. So I'll play you some of these, just some drums. So you really have everything you need to make a track in this style. You know guys, I don't make a whole lot just off of YouTube, but with these different sample packs and stuff like this, I'm able to keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos. I'm back, and I want to make you guys all the different types of videos that you want. So definitely go support this, help keep me going, and yeah, thank you so much for the support guys. Let's dive in. So, I always start, when I'm writing these kinds of tracks, I always start with the bass. Now we're going to go up to, let's put this at like 142 BPM there. And the reason why is obviously like when you're making the drums and stuff, you want to start with the bass and kind of work your way up because that's really the foundation. But with this stuff, it's not just about the bass because as you know, it's not really like the bass in this style is really coming from like the low end bass. It's coming from this Reese bass here. It's going to be coming from your kick and your rumble. But what this does is it's going to actually set the chord progression. We can write a chord progression even if we're only using one note since it is the bass. We can still write a chord progression and just kind of stick to that in here. And it'll, by starting with this, it'll make everything else kind of come a lot faster. So let's do something in A minor. So I usually just start by defining like two chords here. Like we'll do, let's actually move it up. Let's do E minor. So we'll use, that's going to be our root note. And then we'll go down here to our sixth. And then maybe we could do one more. We'll do the fourth. And then we can also, something I like to do is kind of throw in little like extra fill notes here. Like maybe we can take, and the key is with the fill notes, you know, it's going to be this extra note at the end here, like right in this spot. Don't use any note that you haven't already used in the progression. Like, okay, for example, right now we're using root note, 3 notes, right? Root, 6th, 4th. So I'm not going to go here and do like the 3rd because that's going to throw it off. Instead, what you can do is you can just say, oh, let's just slide down to, let's use the 4th there. So it's like, we're not adding more notes that you're not even going to hear in other places. And we can also do that at the end there. Alright, that's nice. So now we have a progression, right? We're going from E minor to C major to A minor. So now what we can do is I'll go, and usually I'll write the pad next. And what the pad is going to be doing here, you can hear it's one of those types of ones. What you're going to do is basically, it's going to play with the bass. So what I mean by this is like, every time that the bass changes notes, the pad is also going to change notes. And you can see, I'll do this here. It's easy to do because you can just follow the... And typically, you're not going to just have the pad play like an octave. What you're going to do is you're going to choose like a particular note inside of the scale. So here, for example, I'm going to do actually the 6th. And see, there you go, you get that sound. Alright, there we go. So all we're doing here is we're doing 6th, minor 7th, 5th, 4th. So like typically with this pad, what you're gonna do is like the bass is kind of like, you know, big strokes, right? We're going like, but then with this pad, we're keeping the notes really close together. Like this, that movement right there, you get a lot more emotion out of that than you would out of like, let's say we go like, you know, it's not quite as impactful. So that's something that you learn is like, keeping the notes closer together is really good for you. There we go. And you can see also what I try to do is I try to have it resolve nicely into itself. Like when that goes like that, like, you know, that's so much more impactful than, like, I can technically use that note. That's in the scale. But see, like, those don't really have as much impact as if you go from to that. You know, it feels like this note is really calling this note. And that's what you want. So now we can go, we can make the lead. And for the sound on this one, we've got this. And the key with the lead is there's a lot of different types of ones you can do. But what you really don't want to do right off the bat is this. Like, you don't want to go right, you don't want to have it be too busy. Why do you want to avoid that? Well, because basically if you listen to that, these two elements are very busy already. Right, you have something that's covering like that constant sound. So to throw this lead going dun 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 dun, or like some kind of very like heavy rhythm, it's just kind of taking up that space. Even if it's in key, even if it is a cool rhythm, it's just like taking up space that's already being taken up by other stuff. Instead, what you want to do is kind of like space it out. Like listen to it with the metronome. And find like a note you want to hit, like right there. yeah, so you can see, like, that's just gonna fit in there so much better now, because it's like, it's really just doing its own thing. And kind of like add a little ending in the second half. Yeah, there we go. So, just little variations, but pretty much just keeping it the same. You know, you just come up with something catchy and simple here. Like, I think the key here is, like, it's kind of walking down the scale. Like, we do, like, the... You know, so you gotta keep that in mind. Like, it has to be melodic. It's not just about the rhythm. But yeah, so if you follow these tips, you should be able to make these pretty easily. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed. As always, make sure to like this video as well as subscribe. And let me know what you think of this video in the comments. Like I said in the beginning, you can get Powerful Melodic Rave Constructions Volume 4 right at the top of the description. Again, you get all these awesome melodic kits. Plus the project files in Ableton, plus the MIDI, plus all the individual layers. On top of that, I've added each of these 3 demo track projects, so you got full finished tracks in this style to work with, plus some bonus rave percussion loops and some kick loops. It's a huge value. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the pack. You know, you get an amazing resource to take your tracks to the next level. In my opinion, this is some of the best stuff out there on the market currently for this style, and it will really take your tracks in the right direction to get to that professional level you want, but also really help support me. I don't make a whole lot just off of YouTube, but with these sample packs and stuff like this, I'm able to keep going and keep bringing you guys new videos every single day. And yeah, thank you so much for the support, guys, and I will see you tomorrow with another video.